Tracy Braddock, and I'm the voice coordinator at Mercer Youth and Family Services. Mercer Youth and Family Services has two youth development programs. One is called VOICE, which stands for Volunteer Outreach in Communities Everywhere, and one is called SVP, which stands for the Summer Volunteer Program.
I'm Heather Mitchell, and I'm the coordinator for the Summer Volunteer Program, which is the middle school version of VOICE. The Summer Volunteer Program was actually started about 3 summers ago. There was just this call to action for the middle schoolers to get involved in the community as well. VOICE had taken off and excited a lot of the kids on the island, and it was something that a lot of the middle schoolers were interested in doing as well. So we developed an entire different entity to cater to that youth population.
The purposes of VOICE is to bring the Mercer youth together to form a basic group to help people all around King County and the East Side, and just help them bond together and work to make a better community.
We have a service learning aspect to the program. This just means that we try to educate our youth about different social issues that are happening around us and that are important things to understand.
The Summer Volunteer Program has typically served as a feeder program to the VOICE version because we really want to stress getting the kids excited about the projects and the populations that they work with so that when they get to the high school, they're excited about doing VOICE as well.
We generally get way more applicants into the VOICE program than our program can possibly maintain. We don't have the money in our budget, and it's always a struggle to try to decide who can be accepted into the program.
Well, I think it's really important because when I started coming into my freshman year, I was able to meet a lot of the kids I'd be with for the next 4 years and just be able to do something constructive with them, and it really allowed me to bond with them.
I definitely think it's important to commit yourself to the program because the more you put in, the more you're going to get out of it. And you can't just show up to a few projects and expect to get a lot out. You have to really be willing to give part of yourself to this program, and you'll get a lot back.
With having so many different ways you can get involved, it'd be an outdoor project or a food service project or helping people with disabilities project, that alone gives everyone something to do. You can be from anywhere or from any background on Mercer Island, and you'll have something to do that you enjoy doing.
The Summer Volunteer Program is for the middle school aged kids, and they're entering 7th or 8th grade. They're excited about helping, they're interested.
I decided to be a leader for VOICE because I was a participant of VOICE and I really enjoyed my time, but I don't think I had a lot of time to commit to VOICE, and I really believe in the VOICE program because then we don't have all the other social things that come in, like privilege and money, don't play a part in VOICE because we see all different types of people and evaluate people for who they are.
Half of our VOICE staff have been VOICE participants, and they have decided to come back. The other half of the VOICE staff comes from places outside of Mercer Island, not only to give volunteers the ability to connect with leaders and mentors who have been through similar experiences, and to have these leaders from outside of the community give the volunteers the opportunity to learn about different ways of growing up and experiencing social action.
VOICE does a really good job of picking really enthusiastic leaders who really inspire the youth that are in the program, and so many leaders that have been inspirations to me or role models in how they serve or the way they relate to people.
Youth development and youth leadership is something that we value very much, and we've always wanted to not only instill a sense of what's out there and get them used to the greater community of Seattle and the world in general, but we've also wanted them to give back to their own and have some sort of leadership development program. So we have a separate entity to the Summer Volunteer Program where those who have gone through SVP and VOICE can apply to be a youth mentor in the middle school program. They go on most of the projects, and they're not only showing the kids how to go through the motions at these projects, but they're also acting as a mentor.
The purpose of the Voice program on Mercer Island is to bring the youth of this community outside of this community.
It's really helped expand the horizon. Grown up on Mercer Island, and this is a really small place. Voice has just really allowed me to step off the island and just see other parts of society and where I fit into this world, and so it's just really helped expand my views on the world.
I really realized how much I appreciate others more than I normally would, because I've worked with a whole different range of people. So now that when I meet people who are completely different than me and act differently and respond differently to things that I'm not maybe used to or accustomed to, I have the skills to be able to relate to them and try to understand them. But at the same time, I think that I've also learned that I can never know what it's like to be another person, and Voice taught that to me.
The Voice program serves two groups. It serves the Mercer Island youth, who are given an understanding and an awareness. So that's the first gain. And the second gain is that the organizations that we work with, a lot of them really depend on the youth volunteers that our program has provided to them over the past 10 years. Projects that really step their level of production and productivity up during the summer. The influx of emails and thank you notes that we get from project sites around our community who really, really do appreciate and depend on our volunteers throughout the summer.
I think the way that you get the most out of Voice is to really build a relationship with a project site that you go back to, because the people remember you there and they like it so much when you come back, and just to see the familiar face.
We are always asked to come back to our sites, and that's a really great feeling, and it's really great that the City of Mercer Island and the youth here are making that impression on the greater city of Seattle.
The program's been very successful. It's been successful enough so that we are looking at expanding the program. We'd like to make this opportunity available to many more students than are currently in the program, so that we could really have all of the youth who apply be able to take advantage of the program. There are ways that people can help us do this. We always need funding for vans. We need funding for the projects. We need money for youth to go places. We'd like to increase staff, which will take funding. So for those people who are looking to ensure that this can go on in their community and how to help out, there are a lot of ways that we can use donations.
Voice volunteers are known to be the hardest working youth volunteers that pass through a lot of these organizations. And time again we get feedback from organizations that our volunteers work so hard and they're just such an asset. If you join the Voice program, you can expect to learn a lot, to be taken outside of your comfort zone, to work really hard, to make new friends, to have a lot of fun, to have great mentors. The list goes on and on. Almost every single person who has passed through this program has had positive experiences and has grown because of the experiences that they had with this program, has grown both themselves in their own attitudes and ideas and knowledge about what goes on in our world, as well as grown in terms of their interests